A cell phone, also known as a mobile phone, is a phone that connects to a cellular radio system so that it can be used over a wide area, but with no physical connection to a network. They are extremely convenient and are considered to be the most used piece of technology today. Cell phones have drastically changed the way that we live and do things. Everything from texting, talking, working, and more is available in the palms of our hands at the touch of a button. With that being said, cell phones have also created many problems, which we will discuss later on in the video.
I'm Julia Sarkowski, filling in for Bradley Moscow on the history of cell phones. In the 1970s, inventor Marty Cooper came up with the brilliant idea of radio wave technology. Cooper used satellite technology to invent a system that had no limits of signals from endless geographical points that would later innovate the American technology industry. As the 1980s approached, mobile phones emerged as technology grew smaller. Surprisingly, the first cell phone retailed for $4,000. The cell phone came in a bag, weighed a lot, and had a limited battery life. Over time, the battery became attached into expensive cars, but the technology was not high in demand. As the 1980s ended, cell phones were born. The 1990s consisted of production and advancement of cell phone ideas from companies such as Nokia, Samsung, and Motorola. Nokia released their first block phone that would become one of the hottest items ever that was invented, while Samsung was a little-known company just starting out as flip phones were on the rise in popularity. In the 2000s, Samsung improved its product line with the Galaxy. At the same time, Apple jumped into the race, creating the iPhone. Features were slowly emerging on all cell phones that has caught all of our eyes, such as touchscreen apps and Siri, who is one of the many virtual voice assistants.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm here to speak about who uses cell phones. Cell phones are used by the majority of today's population on an everyday basis for a variety of tasks. Studies have shown that 91% of adults use mobile devices or cell phones every day. When the cell phone first came out and were on the rise, making and receiving calls took up the majority of cell phone use. In the current stage with cell phones now, texting remains the number one activity used on a cell phone. Although texting is the number one activity, searching the internet, listening to music, communication through emailing, and many other apps follow close behind. Cell phones aren't just used by adults either. Nowadays, there are more children with cell phones because they are the best way for mobile communication, regardless of whatever the situation may be. Cell phones are used in a major part of many businesses and corporations for communication purposes, but also the applications that can be helpful within many different tasks, such as record keeping, directions, news, and many more. Military services also use cell phones on a daily basis for mobile communication as well. Because the cell phone is available wherever there is signal, it allows many different groups of people, mentioned above, to be able to have communication on the go instead of a landline at home or at an office connected to a cord.
What are the important issues surrounding cell phone use? One of the more glaring issues with the cell phone is texting and driving. Statistically speaking, we see an increase year over year of accidents that are a direct result from distracted driving. At any given time, we have data that shows nearly 660,000 drivers are using some sort of electronic device while behind the wheel. Something as simple as looking at a text message that comes in takes your eyes off the road for roughly 5 seconds. In those 5 seconds, you would have traveled the length of a football field. Another issue is cyberbullying within social media. Studies show that almost 90% of people who bully someone on social media have been bullied themselves at one point or another. Cyberbullying is a serious issue in this day and age, and we must take all matters seriously in regards to cyberbullying.
My name is Julia Sarkowski, and I will be covering the future of cell phones. What will cell phones be like 20 years from now? According to T3 Smarter Living, the advancement of cell phones will be better batteries that will be coming from nano batteries to improve more efficient materials like lithium metal foil. Wireless charging should also become standard too, so that any surface is a charger. Cell phone batteries could be powered by water, hydrogen fuel cells, first proposed by Samsung back in 2008. Cell phones might also have folding phone displays that can fold up and put into our pockets. Also, there could be cell phone screens powered by solar energy. According to Digital Trends author Thor Benson discusses awesome smartphone concepts that may never exist but could exist. One cell phone that may emerge is on our human body, the iPhone NextG. It's a projector phone, but it kind of looks like a hologram. The phone is much like the projecting keyboards that currently exist, except it's a wristwatch phone that projects onto your palm. This is a cool visual idea and is in working concept designed by Samuel Lee Kwan We have also seen scenes like this in science fiction movies depicting a human made of artificial intelligence where the human is able to program him or herself. Hands-free technology among cell phones is on the rise for innovation as well. The Kambala cell phone is designed to fit straight into your ear like some kind of a phone Bluetooth headset. The really cool thing about this concept is the idea of the phone camouflaging with your ear once it's on your ear. There has been a lot of speculation as to what cell phones will be like in decades to come. Speculation can lead to ideas and innovation, which can implement and produce a digital footprint of the future of advanced cellular technology.